standing in solidarity with people who would murder her for...
You're right. There are Palestinians that would murder me for being queer.
Oh no, my dear, not some. 93% of the population. Like, when's the last time you heard 93% of the people in a country agreeing on something? Like, 93% of the world doesn't even believe the earth is round. But 93% of the Palestinian population would be perfectly fine with throwing you off a building. Not to mention, Forbes labeled Palestine one of the worst countries in the world for LGBTQ+. Like, do you understand that in Palestine, being gay is punishable by up to 10 years in prison, and in Gaza, it's punishable by death? I mean, just as recently as a few years ago, Hamas executed a senior commander by firing squad for being gay. Y'all have no legal protections against discrimination, you're forbidden from adopting children, and gay marriage isn't recognized in any capacity. And that's not even the craziest part. The craziest part is that Israel is the complete opposite. In Israel, the LGBT community has every right you've ever fought for. They also host the largest pride parade in the entire Middle East. Nearly 200,000 people of your community celebrate in Tel Aviv every year. Like, I want you to take a moment and think about how fucking insane it is for a member of the LGBTQ community. Do you understand that gays in Palestine flee to Israel? Like, for example, here's Ahmad Abu Maharia. He fled Palestine to Israel while being persecuted for being gay. And then he lived safely in Israel for years. Now, he went back for a short time to see his family. And in that short time, he was beheaded and left outside his parents' home. And there's so many more like that. The idea of a person of the LGBTQ community having a choice between these two countries and choosing Palestine is fucking insane. Like, in Israel, your community has every right they could ever want. They aren't persecuted. They are free to live in the open as being gay. Like, they can live their life any way they want. But over in Palestine, 93% of the population is opposed to your way of life. You can go to prison for 10 years or actually be put to death. And if they catch you, they're going to put you before a firing squad, they're going to behead you and leave you outside your parents' house, or they're going to throw you off a fucking building. And yet you choose to support that country. And the funny thing is that while you try to show support for Palestine, there is not a single Palestinian member of the LGBTQ community who is with you. Because they've all fled to Israel so they don't get murdered. Like, you do understand how ridiculous your argument is, right? Like, on one side, you have a country who is completely respective of your community. And then on the other side, you have a country who would love to unalive you. That makes no sense. That would be like needing an abortion in the US and having a free flight to either California or Arkansas and choosing Arkansas. That's how ridiculous this is.